Hello there, my beautiful radiant souls, and my magnificent Leos. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. I'm your guide, and today we are standing on the threshold of something truly profound, something that speaks to the very core of your fiery, courageous heart. Have you ever paused and truly wondered why your soul chose to be born under the celestial fire of the sun itself? Could it be that your arrival on this earth was not merely a coincidence of time and space, but a sacred royal decree, a mission orchestrated by the cosmos long before your first breath? Leo is not just another sign in the zodiacal wheel. It is the heart, the center, the radiant sun from which all other life draws warmth and inspiration. It is the place where divine creativity is made manifest, where courage finds its voice, and where leadership is born not from ego, but from an overflowing, generous heart. But there is something more, a sacred secret that few ever speak of. In the ancient scriptures, the symbol of the lion, your symbol, appeared not as a beast of the wild, but as a sign of divine royalty, the Lion of Judah, suggesting that souls born under this sign carry a mission of light far greater than anyone could possibly imagine. If your heart is roaring, yes, to this truth, if you've ever felt a calling deep within you, a magnificent purpose that you couldn't quite name, then do me a favor right now, beautiful soul. Let's anchor this energy together. In the comments below, leave a powerful declaration for the universe to witness. Just type, "Tell us your date of birth," so we can reveal what's really in store for you. And while you're there, if you haven't already joined our beautiful family of light, press that subscribe button. I want to make sure you never miss these life-altering cosmic updates, because our journey together is just beginning. Are you ready then? Let us embark on this sacred exploration into the heart of the lion, into the very soul of you. Magnificent Leo, we begin with an ancient story, a testament to the unconditional, radiant generosity that has been encoded into your spirit since the moment of your creation. Have you ever truly considered the nature of the sun, your celestial ruler? It rises each day without condition. It shines its light upon the entire world, asking for nothing in return. It does not decide who is worthy of its warmth or who is not. It simply gives. It radiates. This, my dear Leo, is the very essence of your soul's highest calling. Could it be that the universe sent you here not just to shine, but to teach the world the forgotten art of unconditional, heart-centered generosity? They say Leo is the sign of the performer, the king, the queen. But this is a surface-level understanding. The true, divinely imprinted nature of your soul is to be a source of light and warmth for others. Do you remember the ancient parables of great kings and queens? The most beloved rulers were not the ones with the most gold, but the ones with the biggest hearts, the ones who gave freely to their people, whose very presence was a source of hope and inspiration. This world, my friends, is so often lost in transactions. It is a world of "I will give this if you give that." But your soul knows a deeper truth. Your spirit understands that true power, true royalty, lies in the ability to give from a heart so full that it cannot help but overflow. Have you ever given a compliment that lit up someone's entire day? Have you ever shared your energy, your enthusiasm, your belief in someone, and watched them blossom as a result? That, magnificent Leo, is your magic. That is your sacred mission in action. I know, I truly do, that sometimes you feel unseen. You feel that your brilliant light is taken for granted, that you give so much of your warmth and receive only coldness in return. You may feel that your grand gestures of love and generosity fall into empty voids. But let me tell you a cosmic secret. Your heart never, ever loses anything when you give from a place of love. In fact, every time you radiate your light, the universe reflects it back to you, amplified and multiplied in ways you may not yet perceive. Be patient, my beautiful friend, just a little longer, because what I am about to share with you will illuminate why every moment you felt overlooked. Every time your roar of passion seemed to echo in an empty chamber, the universe was actually preparing you for your most courageous act of leadership. The story of Daniel in the lion's den is a sacred and powerful secret I promise to share, a mirror to your own soul's journey. But before we venture into that sacred den, I want you to do something to anchor this energy. Place your hand upon your heart, the very center of your inner sun, and whisper to yourself, I am ready to share my light unconditionally with the world. You can affirm this right now in the comments below, adding your radiant energy to this growing constellation of souls. Every time you affirm it, you are tuning your frequency to the universe's endless supply of love and light, preparing the way for your own miracles. For it is that very generosity, that radiant and unconditional light, that will give you the strength to face your deepest fears. It is within that perceived darkness that you will discover the unshakable courage of your own heart. Have you ever been surrounded by your own inner lions, the lions of doubt, of fear, of criticism, and thought you would never find your way out? That is not a sign of weakness, my dear Leo. It is the undeniable proof that your soul is preparing for its coronation. Are you ready to continue this sacred journey with me? Let us now explore the miraculous story of Daniel, which is also the very journey your soul is destined to walk. And please do not turn away, because in the part that follows, I will share a deeply spiritual secret connected to your birthday, a secret that holds the key to your magnificent purpose. Trust me, it may be the very message your soul has been roaring for its entire life. Are you ready to step into the heart of your own courage? Then walk with me. My dear Leo, perhaps you know the story of Daniel, or maybe you've only heard it in passing. But I want you to listen now with the ears of your soul, for this ancient tale reflects the precise spiritual trial that every magnificent Leo must face. Imagine for a moment being thrown into the darkest of pits, a den filled with lions, not because you did anything wrong, but because you refused to bow to anyone but your highest truth. Daniel was surrounded by ravenous beasts, enveloped in a darkness where fear should have consumed him. Those lions, my friend, represent the fears, the critics, the doubts, and the external pressures that try to diminish your light. They are the voices that say, "Who do you think you are to shine so brightly? Who are you to be so bold, so confident, so—" You? Have you ever been in that den? Have you ever felt surrounded by the growling lions of judgment from others? Or even worse, the snarling lions of your own self-doubt? Those are the moments when you feel utterly alone, when your brilliant light feels like a tiny flickering candle in a vast, threatening darkness. But here is the miracle, and I want you to truly feel this. Daniel's journey did not end in that darkness. He did not fight the lions. He did not roar back in anger. No, he held fast to his faith, to his inner connection to the divine. He found a stillness, a sovereignty within himself, and in that sacred space, the mouths of the lions were shut. And you, my radiant and powerful Leo soul, every time you retreat from the noisy applause of the world, every time you face a challenge that makes you question your own strength, you are reliving the very journey that Daniel once walked. Do you understand what this means? It means that every time you feel silenced, every time you feel threatened or challenged for being your authentic self, you are actually being initiated by the universe. You are being prepared for a glorious emergence, a rebirth into your true, unshakable sovereignty. Never, ever underestimate the moments of quiet introspection in your life. In that stillness, away from the stage, your soul can finally speak directly with the universe and hear the divine royal decree that was spoken over you at your birth. I have witnessed Leo souls who have faced immense criticism and doubt, who have retreated into their own dens of introspection, and every single time, they emerge more radiant, more authentic, and more powerfully centered in their own truth than ever before. This is why I will always tell you, facing your lions is never a sign of failure. It is the very initiation where your soul awakens to its true, divine power. But how do you know when you are ready to awaken and step back into the light? How do you know if you have the strength to bring your sacred message of courage back to the world? Be patient, my friend, for the answer lies in the moments ahead. Before we continue, let's do something meaningful together. In the comments below, I want you to write this powerful affirmation: I am ready to be reborn and step into my own light. Every time you write it, you are sending a thunderous roar to the cosmos, declaring that you are ready to claim the divine mission that awaits you. My dear, once you are truly ready, you will realize the next miracle I am about to share. It is the unique quality, the greatest strength that every Leo soul possesses, the ability to love, inspire, and lead with a heart full of courage, no matter how deeply that heart has been tested. Do you know why you are always the one to encourage others, the one to ignite passion and belief even when your own flame feels low? Hold on to that feeling, because what I am about to reveal will help you understand why your heart is so magnificently, divinely strong. You will not want to miss this sacred message. My dear, I want to share with you a concept you have heard many times, but today I want to help you see it from a different angle, a deeper, more personal, and perhaps so profoundly touching that it makes your own heart roar in recognition. Think of the archetypal hero, the leader who stands at the front of the battle. In the midst of overwhelming odds, when everyone else is trembling with fear, the hero steps forward. Not because they don't feel fear, but because their love for their people, their belief in their mission, is so much greater than any fear they could possibly feel. They roar, not with aggression, but with a courage that ignites the hearts of everyone around them. And if you are a Leo, surely you have experienced a similar moment. A moment when you stood up for someone who couldn't stand up for themselves. A moment when you spoke a truth that everyone else was too afraid to whisper. A moment when you chose to believe in a dream, in a project, in a person. Even when the entire world screamed that it was impossible. Have you ever championed a cause, even when your own heart was filled with uncertainty? That, my friend, is not recklessness. That is a sign that you possess a heart more courageous and more inspiring than anyone else. I know that feeling so very well because I have witnessed the most powerful Leo souls in action. They are always ready to put their heart on the line, to place the inspiration of others above their own need for safety, even when no one acknowledges their bravery. The world may not understand you. It may call you dramatic or arrogant, but the universe sees every spark of courage you've shared, every act of faith you've demonstrated in silence. You know, every time you inspire, you are healing your own heart. Every time you show courage, even when your knees are shaking, you move closer to the divine fire within your soul. Maybe you've asked yourself if taking all those risks was worth it. Let me tell you this, and I want you to remember it well. Your courage is never, ever meaningless, because every moment you act from your heart, you become a living sun for the lost and wandering souls out there. You might not realize it, but many people are silently navigating their own darkness using the brilliant light of your courageous heart to guide them. Maybe at this very moment, someone is taking a bold step in their own life because they remember the belief you once showed in them. Maybe someone out there is living a more authentic life today just because you once had the courage to live yours out loud. But there is a truth I want you to know with absolute clarity, a truth that will help you understand why this courageous, inspiring love is the most powerful and sacred quality the universe has gifted to you. Are you ready to hear it? Before I reveal this miracle, let's affirm this together right now. Type this below the video. I accept the mission to lead with love and courage. This is a powerful signal to the universe that your soul is ready to fully embrace its sacred journey. My dear, right after this, I will reveal a beautiful secret about the very fire you've always felt within. Because you know what? That passionate fire you sometimes thought was too much is actually the key to unlocking your deepest creative and healing power. You absolutely do not want to miss this secret, because maybe, just maybe, it is the permission your soul has been longing to hear most. Let's continue this journey together. There is a mysterious and profound truth about Leo that not everyone understands. Fire is your most powerful element, the one most deeply connected to your soul. But even more miraculously, fire is not only a symbol of passion and radiance, it is a creative and purifying force, always present within your heart. At some point, maybe you thought your passion was too intense, your emotions too fiery, your desire to create too grand. Perhaps you were told to calm down, to be less dramatic, to dim your own magnificent flame. But that is not the truth. More importantly, every spark of passion you have ever felt wasn't just an emotion. It was a divine act of creation, a purification of the old to make way for the new. I have met powerful Leo souls who have silently used their inner fire to burn away the doubts of others, while their own hearts were still wrestling with uncertainty. I've seen them ignite entire communities with their vision and passion, even when no one noticed how much of their own life force they were pouring into the flame. That is not ordinary passion. That is the deepest form of creative leadership a human can ever embody. Let me ask you this. Have you ever poured your entire heart and soul into creating something, a project, a piece of art, a beautiful moment for someone you love, even though you knew it might never be fully appreciated? That is the clearest sign of a pure Leo heart. And believe me, every single one of those creative acts is healing your wounds and inspiring the ones you love. The world may never have said, "Thank you," but the universe quietly acknowledges every spark, every silent hour you have spent creating beauty and inspiring others with your heart. But there is something even more important. And this is the moment I want you to listen with your entire being. The fire you think is a sign of being too much is actually the greatest strength you possess, because through that fire, you are warming this world with your love and illuminating the path for others. Now, place your hand over your heart and say something truly important to yourself. I accept the creative and healing power of my own inner fire. When you write this sentence down below, where every radiant heart is resonating together, it is not just a declaration, it is a powerful call sent out to the universe so that the light of 1,000 suns may reach the deepest part of you. And you know what? This is still not everything I want to share today. There is an even greater secret waiting for you just ahead, a potential that I believe you have always felt but may have never truly dared to believe in. A gift that every Leo soul is born with. And that is your intuition. Not a watery psychic intuition, but a fiery, heart-knowing, a magical strength that helps you instantly know the truth and see the potential in others that they cannot see in themselves. If you have ever doubted this inner knowing, just hold on a little longer, because right after this, I will explore with you the truth about that sacred, heart-centered intuition, a truth that will surely change the way you see yourself forever. Let's continue this beautiful journey together.